Okay, now that we have a three-dimensional part here, now would be a good time for me to explain this this view cube over here, this little box over here. This was a very helpful tool as we start to add features to our three-dimensional part. Sometimes there may be features that we want to see on the back side of it or the top side of it, so we'll need to use this to rotate our part around. So as I've already explained before, if you take let's start with our mouse. The wheel on your mouse, if you scroll it forward, it zooms out, and you scroll it towards you, it zooms in. And if you press down on the wheel of the mouse, it grabs the part, and so that's when you can, move your part around. Okay. Now this cube here, if let's go ahead and I'll left click on the front part of it. Okay, and so it's going to turn the, if you left click on this, hold down the left click button and then drag your mouse, and as you move the view cube, your your part will move in the same manner. Okay? So this is helpful when you're drawing things like that. So let me go ahead and get it back to the front. All right. So if I spin this cube around slightly, any face that I click on, it'll turn in that direction. Click on here. All right. And if I click on the edge of the cube, it'll turn in that direction. And if I click on the corner of the cube, it'll turn in that direction. Okay? So if I get this cube flat, then you notice that there's some arrows above it and it turns 90 degrees in that direction. Right? And then again, if it's flat, you see these curved arrows here. And if I click those, it turns 90 degrees in that direction also. Okay? And let me get this back to the front. All right. So those are all the different ways that you can, manipulate your part and move it around. And as for this house icon here, this is the home icon, and it works just like if think about a website. If you went to the home page of a website and you start to get deep into that website and you want to go back to the home page, you want to you always look for like a home button, or usually there's an icon that links back to the home page of that website. Here it kind of works the same way, where we can get so involved with turning our part around that we want to go back to our original starting point. So if I click this in this case, this is our home feature here. So no matter which way I have my part turned, every time I click on this, it's going to go back to this feature. You can adjust this, and you can do that by right clicking, and then it brings up this menu, and I can set the current view that I have now. I can set that as home. So let me actually change this here. Let's say I want this to be my home feature. Okay, so I'll right click on the home icon, and I can set the current view as home. And when I do that, I have two choices. I can use fixed distance or fit to view. Right now, if you look at the screen, the drawing window, the top corner or in the bottom corner of my cube is kind of cut off. So if I select fixed distance, that's exactly what it's going to look like. If I select fit to view, it will resize it so that way it fits. You can see the complete shape. So for example, let me choose fixed distance. So I'll zoom way out. If I go to home here, you can see that the top part is cut off. So right click, go down to view home, and I'll go to fit to view, and then okay, I'll zoom out again. If I click home, you can see that now I can see the whole part here. So no matter which way I turn it, it's going to show me the whole part. Okay, so home, I'll go ahead and let's go ahead and reset our home feature back to where we had it. Let's see, we'll go here. Let's look for the front edge. All right, and home was oops. Let's say this is close enough. All right. And so we'll go to right click and set current view. We'll do fit to view. All right. All right. Now, sometimes one last thing about this view cube, you might want to change what you call the front. So if I click the front here, notice that this is called the front of my part. But what if I wanted this to be the front? Okay. Right now it's labeled top, but I can change this to where this is the front. So I go up to the home icon, right click, and I can set current view as front. You can relabel the top or the front. So I usually stick with just doing one or the other. So if I relabel this as front, now this is what's called the front. Now it doesn't affect your home feature. Your home feature will always remain the same, but if I go looking for the front, now you notice that it's this side here now, okay? But if you want to go back to this being your front, just right click on the home icon, set current view as, or you can just do reset front, right? And it changes it back to what it originally was, right? So that's just a little bit about the view cube. So now as we move forward and we add more details, you'll see me spinning, using the view cube to spin around, and you can use it any way that you want to in order to access the side of the part that you want.